Welcome back everybody to another episode of the Freeschoolin Homestead. It's Wendy here in the back garden at the pond, and I'm just about to weed this back potato garden, and I thought I'd just give you a rundown of what's been going on. So here I am in my potato garden. We planted, there's like one mound with a little potato sprout coming up. So we planted 28 plants, all from seeds we saved throughout the summer, or sorry, throughout the winter from the last month's harvest. Last year's harvest, 2017. And we had more than enough seeds. It was really great. Right, you can kind of see there's a lot of weeds here, so I definitely have to get on my work. But so far, I'm thinking almost all 28 plants have come up, and I'm really excited. I'm really hoping we're going to get, we got 100 pounds last year, 100 pounds of organic potatoes. I'm hoping for at least 150, and Jay's, my husband, thinks that we might get like 200, so yay, that's so awesome. In this back garden, we're just going to be planting potatoes this year, mostly because it's harder to bring water and stuff out here, so if we have a bit droughty issue, the potatoes are going to be okay because of these awesome mounds, but our squash and pumpkins that need more water, we're going to put on the gardens that are in kind of like there. You can't really see it, so I'm going to be doing another video on the front garden, but today it's just on the back garden. So we've actually planted the front garden. I did three kinds of squash and pumpkins. I also did carrots, spinach, broccoli rabe. We're going to also do peas and beets. And of course there's a bunch of herbs we want to put in as well. So I'm excited. The garden looks really great, and there's some stuff that's starting to grow, so I'm excited for that. It's, yeah, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and weed this and then show you what it looks like after. So yeah. Okay, so I am done, and it took me actually a really long time, mostly because I had to stop in the middle, or at least at the end, to help Jays with our farrier that arrived. So River just got his hooves done for the spring. We do it every 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes a little longer in between, only because he doesn't actually need it. We go by the growth of his foot, or his hooves. He is not shod. He wears, he's barefoot, and so we just maintain his hooves by having him having him trimmed, having his hooves barefoot trimmed once every 6 to 8, maybe a little bit longer. It's obviously a lot less in the winter because hooves don't grow the same way they do in the spring, summer, and fall. So it's mostly, which is good because, you know, our farrier would have a problem coming in the middle of the winter. It'd be really cold, and I don't think that River would want to stand for that. So it works out pretty well. So that's what took me so long. River just got his hooves done, so that's pretty cool. And now this is all done. I think I only lost so far one plant. I ended up having to reestablish some of the mounds for our potatoes because we have a snapping turtle that's been on the property since we've been here, and much longer, so we've been told. It's at least 30 years old, and it does often come in our potato garden to mess around with our mounds. We just leave it alone. We've seen it a few times. It's really awesome, but we don't want to disturb it because they are endangered. But we also are trying to grow potatoes. We just try to live together, but often she'll come up and try to lay, or at least lay some faux holes, because I don't know if you know that, but snapping turtles will lay fake holes to deke out their predators looking for their eggs. Pretty smart. So that means actually a lot of holes around where they live. So I guess they look at this and think that maybe there's a bunch of decoy holes that maybe they should get in on the whole shebang here. So I only had to re-establish, I think, 2 or 3, and I only saw one that got really lost. Almost every one we have some kind of growth. So there's growth there and there. Actually, this must be from our compost pile. I believe that is a pumpkin growing. So we'll see what happens with that. We always have rogue self-seeded things around here because we don't till. So things can keep growing. So on every plant or every mound, we have some growth. And then we have some rogue potatoes that just planted themselves in my nice row. And then, oh, I guess that wasn't really a good example of my nice row. There's a nice row. And then we have like here, and that one. So I've just made some mounds around them because they self-planted. We did use this for the last 2 or 3 years as our potato garden, so it does make sense that there's probably some potatoes down in there that we forgot. And that's the cool thing about potatoes is they will just seed from those little tiny potatoes. They grow roots and they come to the surface and then they just keep growing potatoes. Potatoes are awesome. So that's our potato garden. We're going to be planting more, so stay tuned for that. And of course there's a whole bunch of things we're going to show you after this of our week. Thanks so much for watching. You have a great day. Much love from the Freeschoolin Homestead.
Let's continue.
There.
Yep. Actually, that's bad. I got you back.
Five,
4,
3,
2,
1. Go! Holy crap, I can't believe you did it. Here's the town of fun land, and nothing bad ever happens.
No, Homezilla, no! Oh, my child! Oh, no, my dog!
I lost 3 brothers building that bridge.
Oh, no, not my...
My family!
Oh, my precious family jewels! Oh.
All of our crops.
At least the museum's okay. As long as we have the museum, we can always rebuild.